If I had to guess, I'd say you've probably heard some not great things about morphed axolotls. So let's learn a little bit about them. Hi everybody, my name is Zoe. Most people know me as the Reptiles, and today we're going to meet my two morphed axolotls that you guys didn't know that I had. So I've had my morphed axolotls for almost a year now. I have Bibble and Figgy. This one is Figgy, and Bibble is buried in their enclosure right now. So right now you're just gonna get to meet Figgy. And these guys are donated to our education program from Salamanders with a Sign. You can also find them online if you go to morphedaxolotls.com. Tons of information, tons of great research articles. You can learn a little bit about them. You're getting dirt everywhere. Today we have two new little ones joining our family. I was offered these as ambassador animals back at the start of winter. And of course winters in New York are cold, to say the least. So we had to wait until it started to warm up and became spring. Now spring is here, and so these two little new animals are joining us. So I've got the quarantine set up already. We're sitting in the living room. I'm working from home today. I've got my laptop. So my boss gave me permission to work from home so that I can sit in this window and watch for the FedEx truck. So yeah, I will check back in with you guys when they get here. Alright, so they just got here, promptly delivered by FedEx. I met the guy outside, we got the box. Now we're gonna open the box. So I dressed appropriately today. I wore my frog shirt. I thought it was fitting for the theme of today's video. You know, amphibians. So the box is in really good condition. There is like no damage done to the box whatsoever. Oh, she sent me stickers. Look at the stickers I got. Oh, it's nice and warm in there. Oh, they're both in here. There's the second one. Oh, there's the second one. There we go. Okay, so we've got our two little friends here. They are ginormous. And, oh, he's moving. He's moving. Okay, I don't have gloves. I thought I had gloves, and I don't, so I'm going to clean my hands and spray them down with amphibian safe water. So I'll be right back. Okay, hands are wet. Let's say hi to our new friends. Hi. Hello. Oh my gosh, he has like the most gorgeous green little eyes. I don't know if you can see them on camera. Like, this guy is huge. Come here, you. Oh my god, you're a little pudge muffin. Hi. It's okay. Oh my god, you're so round. I am obsessed. I love salamanders. These guys are so much bigger than what we have here in New York. Alright, let's put you back in and we'll open up your friend. His friend is like, let me out. Hello, you're already ready to come right out too. Well, where do you think you're going? He's like, we've been separated for too long. Do you see how green they are? These are like the most gorgeous eyes I've ever seen. Alright, if I can put you down, I can take out the other guy, check on him, see how he's doing. Come here, you. Oh my lordy. Y'all are crazy. Alright, we're gonna put them in their quarantine setup and let them settle in. So I absolutely love these guys, and they've been a great addition to our educational programs. But for years, there's been kind of this wrong idea about morphed axolotls. So today, we're going to explain everything you need to know about the process of an axolotl morphing. So ultimately, this is the main takeaway. Morphing axolotls. What is it not? It's not mistreatment. It's not abuse. It's not intentional. It's not chemicals. Now granted, there's studies where scientists do different things to see if they can get them to morph. That's science. We're talking about the everyday pet keeper that has a pet axolotl. If your axolotl morphs, you didn't do anything wrong. So hopefully that makes you feel better and takes away some of the negative connotations behind morphed axolotls. So it's not intentional. Why does it happen? People usually find that their axolotls all tend to morph around 5 to 10 months of age. Right about the time that a salamander would normally undergo metamorphosis. So let's learn a little bit of salamander science. So here's what happens. You have your thyroid that sends out hormones to the body telling you to continue to grow. Near the end of their growth, that kind of tapers off and stops, or at least it should. For most amphibians, these hormones are going to be sent out until metamorphosis is triggered. In that case, the amphibian's going to transition from its larval stage, baby stage, whatever you want to call it, into its adult form. But salamanders like axolotls and mud puppies are neotenic, meaning that they don't undergo metamorphosis. They stay in their larval stage their whole life. So rather than the thyroid sending out hormones until metamorphosis is triggered, these hormones are supposed to stop. The thyroid is supposed to stop sending these hormones out over time. It slows down, it reduces, and it stops. That way the axolotls or mud puppies or whatever neotenic salamander we're talking about doesn't undergo metamorphosis. So we all know mud puppies as the cute little aquatic salamanders with the frilly gills. That is their larval stage. Think of things like tiger salamanders. That would be the adult stage, the terrestrial salamander that doesn't have the gills anymore, that doesn't have to live underwater. So now how does morphing happen? Well, the same way it happens for any other salamander like tiger salamanders, Jefferson salamanders, spotted salamanders. Those hormone signals don't stop. They go until metamorphosis is triggered, and then they undergo metamorphosis. Now obviously this isn't normal for axolotls, so how did it start? Well, the thought is it started because breeders wanted to achieve an albino axolotl, so they combined tiger salamander DNA with that of an axolotl to try to achieve an albino axolotl, which worked. It was successful. So now they're able to have this albino gene to help produce albino axolotls. But unfortunately, that means they also have the recessive morphing gene. So sometimes axolotls are going to end up morphing. It's just part of their DNA now. Now, if tiger salamanders can do it, it doesn't sound so bad, right? Like, why is it such a negative thing for axolotls to morph? Now, this isn't great because it's just unnatural for this species to do. The species isn't adapted to be able to thrive and survive on their own when they morph. A lot of them have a hard time adjusting to this new lifestyle, this new body, this new mouth, and don't know how to go about their life with it. They need a little help. You know, they're not great hunting, they're not gonna chase crickets around, and so a lot of morphed axolotls end up dying due to starvation because they're not great hunters and they need that help learning how to eat on land, and a lot of them just don't, or they really struggle. And that's where salamander with 𝘼𝙪 comes in. They're awesome. They constantly get in morphed axolotls or morphing axolotls, and they help them learn how to live and thrive and survive in this new body of theirs. So that's what they did with Bibble and Figgy. They got in Bibble and Figgy and some of their siblings, and they taught them how to eat and how to survive. And then when they were confident that these two axolotls were good to go, that they would eat for no problem, that's when they came to 𝑍A Reptiles. Now, I do want to share a warning from morphedaxolotls.com. If you are thinking about getting an axolotl, be aware of ethical breeders and non-ethical breeders, because there are irresponsible breeders out there that are selling hybrids, which are axolotls that have very close tiger salamander relatives, which means the odds are they're probably going to have that morphing gene. And these breeders might not disclose this, which would be unethical. Now, a good breeder would retire the parents from breeding if they found out that those parents were producing offspring that morphed. So if you're looking at getting an axolotl, a good question to ask the breeder to kind of vet them a little bit would be to ask them, you know, if you found out that an offspring that you sold morphed, what would you do? The correct answer is to retire the parents, to pull the parents from their breeding projects so that they aren't producing more of those genes and putting those out there. If you buy an axolotl and it ends up morphing, it doesn't mean the breeder necessarily knows that those genes are being produced. So if you have an axolotl that morphs, let the breeder know right away so that they can be aware that their breeders have those genes, so they have the chance to retire those animals from their breeding projects. So I was very excited to receive these guys. So let me know in the comments what topics you want covered on them, what videos you want on them, because I'd love to share more of them with you guys. And again, a huge thank you to Salamander with a Sign for sending us these axolotls for education programs. I will link their website and social media down below so that you can go and check them out. Definitely check out their link in their Instagram bio because they have tons of research about axolotls, morphing axolotls, and the whole 9 yards. and check out their website because there's a lot of good information and support what they do. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you for the next video. Bye!